today na the 12th day of September 2022. You know, say right now, the voter registration is on. Where you register for vote, now go enable you for make when the 24th of June 2023 come, you able for vote. Abdullah Lukule, thank you for the stars. However, there are so many challenges where they go on right now with the voter registration. We Consortium of Progressive Political Parties, they don't pull out a letter where they write to the Electoral Commissioner, say they want meet with an urgent one. But before we come look inside the letter, if you don't pay attention, several things them look they go on by this voter registration where for the address. The one major one where they go on now first time voters. First time voters. They want them where maybe when they be born, they're not being get birth certificates. Where I think say if you they follow the conversation, it's like say that they punish them people and they due to maybe the geographical location as alone, then I had to reach areas, maybe the parents they will be born and then send and they not take birth certificate because outside and they say how you manage get birth certificate if you didn't have to reach areas, stuff like that. Before we be no say, well, if you not get them 14 them, we the commission, when an electoral commission salon they look for, we number one, a passport, 2, another NCRA certificate, 3, you go get your birth certificate, or you get your previous voter ID card. Then one and they can help you quick one for go through the process. But if you not get none by the one and they, it look like say before you headman, chief, reverend, imam, community elders, cable come and say, okay, this young lady definitely a Sabiam. I remember him well, he's 18 and I can vouch for him. But as to what you they see now, then they know they work again. First time voters them when it come to the young one them. Now, pauper by force, you forget to document. Headman, chief, imam, reverend, not the able for help you. Not the able to help you. You forget birth certificate. So we all know the country will come out. Yes, it's true say from the day we person born, he's supposed to forget him. But the country where we come on, they had to reach areas them. How easy the institution make them for people for obtain them. Let's start from there. What's in the education where we don't give to people them for make them really know say it's very important to have birth certificates. How can we educate them say you don't born you go need for make you go take your birth certificate. They ask you, so who side for go take am? Who side they tell am for go take am? Is there waiting? Na free tongue? Eh? You don't see some people and then they had to reach area, so no one day go free tongue. Or you say then get offices then around na district headquarter town. Like who's one so who side? You say who side? I know you. Who is sabi there make a la no? Eh? Da Edman, elder, imam, reverend, he been dead because of this purpose. This purpose na make he been dead. So if they right now not able verge, not able for say yes, so now there have been questions say how you manage no say this don't pass 18. How you manage no say this not 18. So some of those people they know they agree go again. Because when they go, the staff them, they challenge them. Say they know they do them. Because what you do, they not get paper for say, yes, now true say this person don't pass so and so age. But especially smaller body person. Eh? Right now, the worst time for get small bodiness alone. Eh? And we know some people and they know that built, you know. So they are small in stature. Eh? How be they call them tradi? They want to get small body. We get a nickname for them, or you don't forget. Eh? So right now, they want the whole body small due to a so-called nickname, due to maybe them body not well. Right now, if they're not first-time voters, they're all 18. And it reached to a point when even they provide birth certificates, they are being questioned, they are being turned away by the looking. Say you look past, you say no, you know reach 18 it. Now lie they lie. Now they NCRA then step in now say, well, then go able for verify. Then go able. You know why they go through all this? Because we not get institution. We not get. We get for wait till last minute. We see the 4th of October past just now. You don't know. NCRA they go back on recess. From when NCRA they promise we ID card. From when they promise we ID card. Well, left handy. 2017 voter registration. What see them promise me? They say the ID card then they give me would able to travel with them across the Mano River and ECOWAS. At the end, what see them give you? Not to laminating card they can give you. Right now, if you want identification, you go to NCRA and you give one slip valid for waiting 90 days. After that, you go there back, you go take 30 days, you're not able to get ID, national ID card, you not get. Well, driver's license, you then don't try. Because I remember the last time, yes, 2022, I visited, they showed me the new driver's license. Well, somebody can catch me, say, maybe not because of that driver's license, I make the executive director, maybe they didn't know the day again. So I don't know if then still they issue this new one. Or then self don't go and recess first by the driver's license. Identification card na saloon. Eh oui. Eh? So if the fundamental for able to establish Uda na salon person, Uda, na stranger. 30 day. When we get broken institution, failed institution, now the cause of this. Now the cause of this. So now, some first-time voters then, obviously, they're not going able for make them. Even if they be one for votes, they're not going able. Yes? We don't see Usai, the electoral commissioner, they say underage. So you put yourself in their own self position. So when some people in the come when are underage, so we don't want for fall prey to those kind of people say, oh, okay, now underage. Well, he look like this. Uncle na inka uta, uncle say don't pass 18, is abia na the community. Well, he gets a pass. Well, for those kind of people, you feel say ECSL go get leverage, say, well, if you get your school certificate because you HDD and everything, your results, we go take them, but they said they're not going to accept it. They're not going to accept results, and say they're not going to accept affidavits. What in they accept now then 4 paper what they want. Passport, NCRA certificate, your previous voter registration card, or your birth certificate. They don't even carry it somebody in the community. Say because somebody in the community, well, maybe somehow, perhaps, politics don't consider somebody there. You know, say this person not rich, but he want for make you go so that he go vote. That's one. Let's be candid here, because I think I remember I said something about this when ECSL say, and also I think it was PPRC and all political parties APA, where they all say voter registration sensitization not to campaign period. Able talk to Ubo. No, seriously. Talk to. Whose message the politician able carry to him people them? How politician able go talk to person where they try for canvas, where they try for make a can register, where no go chook campaign message inside it. And a lot of videos and audios done the float with a share. So unless ECSL, APA, PPRC, unless then they turn a blind eye like saying they know they see, but from all the campaign they see them. When a campaign message, then they go with. And I expect politicians if can say, go register. Go no more go register, eh? Yeah, too. You must get the other say, eh, right now, President Bill don't do well. So, for make you able to keep an additional place, you get for register. Because now when you register, I ain't gonna make you able for vote. So that President Bill go continue for do this good work here we don't they do. You know don't see that video there? You don't see it? Or, well, now the 10 this show for pull President Bill, for pull SLPP come out. And the only way you go able to pull them come out, now when you register, because when you register, now you go able for vote. You know see it? You say waiting? Because now the only way that the politicians and feel say they're able for communicate. Or it look like say that statement when they say, then go call them to order. And not be say then they find no. And say the body then catch the campaign. Because or not to campaign message dandy. A sensitization. Munda Kamara, thank you for the stars. No, wait, na sensitization, Andy. Or you think say no, na sensitization because you know what you do. Now only so the people and go able to understand. Or we see people and pull boo boo. And pull boo boo, they go and dance. How for keep the president back in the power? Now where you go, waiting, register. Or then just number one make clear some flex say and like unorthodox campaign term don't cancel or unofficial campaign term in this, even though they make like say no to campaign term but a kind of sort of somehow. Sierra Leone. How are we going to learn from this? Forget institution, then we go there. Tego. Oh, not just the wait for election come. That's why you don't realize that most people in Sierra Leone vote ID no more than get. Or they don't reach that same day. Or they don't eat in. Vote ID no more than get. And in Sierra Leone back again, they esteem voter ID even past passport. I don't know if you know this. Yes, they do. They esteem voter ID past passport. If you go for open business in Sierra Leone, they ask you for voter ID card. They don't even ask you for passport. I like you say you get passports. No. So some of us will get for provide the information of who side we dey out of Sierra Leone just because we not get voter ID card. They ain't look the passport safe. So what you feel say they not don't create already. So maybe somehow, perhaps, sometime, I don't know. Now I make CRSF the get foot. Say bo, now voter ID now I want. Now self go the fet for the gi every 5 years. But you know, say government is spend a lot of money in doing this. What's in our best practice? We will not get money. Papa God. We will not get money. Now who they spend money we will not get. Then come here who they. Who they think say they get money. Now then they spend wisely. Because now when you go for go take your national ID or you go because the data system they all not look synchronized. Because I mean they not even put driver's license. And so because driver's license, even non-Sierra Leonean and they get them. So when you go for go take driver's license, why they not incorporate now one day for establish say you're a Sierra Leonean and you're a non-Sierra Leonean, when then they issue give driver's license. If you want for do best practice. I said the one them we get money no they spend. We will not get money. We ready for spend every 5 years. I don't know. But I'm hopeful. Say, well, I don't know, Seth. So, there, a saloon, where you get a driver's license, you use them as identification. Or you go need for, if NCIA can begin give a new national ID, you ever get driver's license, you go back for national ID. Not a waste of money that one day. Because right now, the new license, SLRSC, they issue them. But they're not able for establishing that for say you're not citizen. But you know what's funny? That NCRA slip, SLRSC need them. They need that. So if SLRSC for give this new license, you get for go through the NCRA then system. Why their own system not able for capture so that I don't know salon. It's like yeah. Me, okay. I went there. I had a meeting with SLRSC. SLRSC and Share Network, we in a good partner them. I get meeting with them. So they were taking me around and I'm like, okay, well, the new license look it function right now. And you see, and it's yes, then show me. Then the printer people and they where they collect the new license. So I was like, okay, let me get. And they say, oh no. You get for go through NCRA. Luckily, NCRA gets a table, an office, na SLRSA. Mustafa Kone, thank you for the stars. Then gets a table, then gets a desk, then gets an office there. Na SLRSA. I said, okay, well, since I'm here, maybe I can just give them the day. I go na NCRA for say yes, well, I can register. I feel say I don't get a nice, not so. They give me information. Then say me don't register before. I say no. And say no, you don't register, sir. If they show that the system now say you will don't register. So I say, so what's next? Trust salon. So that office they're not able to fix the problem. Then say, well, now for go na NCRA headquarter na King Jimmy. By that same day, be done the late. And say, well, you done the late and you can wait till the next day. I want to do it, yeah? The next day, I go na NCRA headquarter. The long line first na do. For can explain the problem. At least they have that. But if I been better, somebody they can check na the line for say which you come for. Then you all just gonna make a longer line, you all just the wait. Where you go na the desk? After how many minutes you are going at the desk now? Then say, oh no, not so down here. Now up. Where I go up, the line they come out take kind of step. I was like, I'm not ready for this yet. I want time, but not right now. Because I will get another program where they run at her. But if it be say, that problem they will encounter. And where you gonna NCRA? Now one grand person, and they deal with that problem. The one person. One. Don't they say, ask for Mr. So. That's fine. I go up, go to the office. Udana Mr. So, na me. Well, I go na SLRSA, then say me don't register before, but me not register. Look the slip what they give me. Okay, sir. Join the line. Not to this so. Yes, that line the. Well, watch the line. The line take kind of step. Time is not money in Sierra Leone. You want to tell me, say, oh, even the damn view na they go, yes, not true. But then they give you, I don't know for your own state too, but they tell you, say, within this term to this term, then go don't serve you. No, so. But we can't get now. You have to spend all day. So if for make I get a driver's license, I get for come verify first na NCRA. Then why they're not able for make the system, may they identify themselves, then work together so that even driver's license and go able to identify who than a Sierra Leonean. Some things are not rocket science. Something and they, I think sometimes the bottleneck then how they make things hard for yourself. I don't know if somebody don't talk to you, we don't go register. For say, the registration right now is like a verification done and give you a slip. That if you be say the system pull you up. I know somebody, when I voter ID card, he go it. The voter ID card, that previous one, he pull them up. He say not spend 5 minutes they safe. Then at the desk, he say not even spend 5 minutes there. So it make you the wonder now. Then why then they say? Then why they say the process slow? If you be say, when you get your previous voter ID, he pull you up, then tell you say yes, now you, then give you a slip, and you're done. Then why? For say everybody know what thing then they do. They want to hold them higher, then train them well. We system them. We institution them, now they speak to one another. Even just if they say, oh, we make police get a system where they go able for check people them. Police go get you where they speak to himself no more. All my own are to themselves, then they talk. All my own they talk to themselves. How we want for build institution as alone? How we they talk about cyber and all these things? How we want for come into the 21st century? These are just some of the things them we right now. They make the process of the voter registration not smooth. But we get the thing for we don't help we for make it smooth. I don't know if they don't understand or now not say no they use them. Everybody no. All a man for himself, God for we all. Alright. Consortium of progressive political parties. Continue to problem. Consortium of progressive political parties. They write a letter. What's in the inside this letter? They said in the address to the chairman, Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, Tawail, Freetown. From the 8th, now they don't send them to her. But then choose for can share with the public, with the Jama today. Dear sir, we need for meet with you. Urgent, bad one. I'll put an in we own terminology as alone. A man say once you bad one, you know what he mean. I they write on behalf of the Consortium of Progressive Political Party. What are they write? Femi Claudius Cole. You know say, and they write for them. I write on behalf of the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties regarding the voter registration process where they go on right now. We in the Consortium, we cop. We don't receive reports and we just don't witness some Eleba issues them where they issue them they don't see. You're able for bring Dabaru business by the entire registration exercise. You're able make the entire registration exercise not look good. Then issue ya if you listen to audio them, it did it. Video they all they see, it did it. Even the one they were seeing bang bao there, kojuma koju, with the yoyai. It did. So Consortium they say, Then say, then get the young agents them. Hey, Consortium. Hello. Alright. They say then get the agents them. Nah. Registration station. Anyway, they send a polling station. Now waiting and right now they read for you. Polling station. Registration center. Hey, polling station. Now they didn't get the agents them. Even though ECSL they tell about registration centers. Anyway, not to them polling station no more than get agent too. They say then get mobile team across the country. Hey, okay. As you are the chairman of the commission, we're responsible for election. Well, we are the consortium. We feel say we get a need for meet with you, urgent one, bad one. Make we get this meeting. For make you hear the concern them where we get. We discuss how we go get solution for them concern ya or go bring can to you. And so here and there, it look get mixed messages. So that you, when the commissioner, go able for providing necessary clarification to you staff them. Not to you staff them no more. But by what you tell we serve your agents then at the field, stakeholders and the general public. Well, go able to make we understand waiting you go don't clarify. So, Mr. Commissioner, because of them how they tell you so, we they ask for me to with you there. Quick one, urgent one. And in any case, at the start of the second week, well, now like today, Monday, because I tell you say this, now last week the right time. But they release on today. We make our feel to say something in not agree for meet with them. I made a counter down at Jama. Then say so, the start of the second week, so that hopefully the problem them, where they don't identify already, then go able for solve them for the rest of the registration process. Yours faithfully, Olufemi Claudius Cole, Chairperson, COP, Consortium of Progressive Political Parties. And then later, Andy, Touda, to Mohamed Kinoa Kone, the Electoral Commissioner for the Electoral Commission Sierra Leone. COP. Okay. I go wait first. I get me for talk to now, but I go wait first. Yeah? When I don't write the letter from last week, when I show now for be glady for make una do am at the start of this week, the week don't begin done. I want believe say that attention they not give una. I make una release this letter. Let me bring Cam Alpha. Let we waiting to get for you. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Triple A, for bringing me onto this wonderful platform. I want to say good evening, good morning, good night to all we listeners them all over the world, depending the time we they listen this program. Triple A, I think I get 4 points for make on this COP letter and this registration process. The first thing first, I will provide an answer to Mohammed Kone, the electoral commissioner in question, where he say how local paramount chief, imam, pastors, then they able for stand guarantee say this Pekin or this person do 18 years. They say not possible. With me only to research one know at community level, I want for believe say every community we get things in common. Most of them picking the way then they born then and then community, where then they do punado, where then they do naming ceremony, then they invite them pastor, imam, there one and they then traditional leaders them where they able for go stand for give them picking their name. So if an imam or a pastor can't enough say this picking as Sabia made 18 year, probably there's all possibility for making no the picky with them born am from then ten to now. So if the parents not able to provide birth certificate, I think that make the provision within inside the act say the clergy then they or then important people in the community can enough for identify them people in there. But if the electoral commission and Mohammed Kone they say it's not possible, then it means all we traditional leaders, them we pastor, we imam, it means they not get sense. They not know what they do. Because if Nami go give picking name, I'm only aware I'm not saying that picking Nami go give her name. Trust me, I'll be able to this picking 18 years. Yeah, even if my man gets a birth certificate, I will be in that position for vouch say this weekend. I could remember say so and Amigi a name or I do they do a name in ceremony. Even at that, so when they give that name in ceremony, they will give an elder for what kind of picking, showing that don't all this like the communion level they live in. And that's why you know they this part of the world. I will not say communion life but in common Africa, more especially than this part of the world.
Alpha, one only small. I
Yes.
don't know, they get some in and out, in and out.
Okay.
Let us see now, but you can continue because they go in and out just now.
Okay, don't better clear now.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, so like I say, now the reason why make we different from this part of the world, Triple A, whenever something they happen at then community, you see, say in one village, one person can know all my within that village day. Yeah, I could remember when they come up in a regent. I can tell you all the picking them within a region, who they play together, who they go school at the same community school. We go REC primary, from there they will go the secondary school within a region. So at the end of the day, we sabi we safe. When you call this picking and they tell that my mama, other than papa, and they tell you the one that holding at the same age group. So if the electoral commissioner they say it's not possible, then I wonder waiting at the importance of we community or we community and life how they live now with society. So for me, actually say there is something else where this electoral commission they go through, but are they candy. My next point now campaign during registration. Remember when me talk now the same program say, look, there is no penalty or there is no rule where you go take all them people and the way they go campaign during this registration. I think you yourself may emphasize that they say the all political party waiting and call it for come up with penalty for anything and they, but we've not seen none. So now that make both ruling party or opposition party when then they go do registration and sensitization, now campaign then they go with. Yeah, we don't see videos where people and they do a rally already. Is it time for campaign? No. But again, what message do they have to tell the people? All they get now for that would not maintain this party or law police party. That's all they will get for go see. They not get any efficiency for tell the people them. So for me, up till today, if we don't have rules or penalty for political parties, the way they break the rules, then the all political party registration or whatever way they get, I'm saying a toothless bulldog because let's make how they describe and so you go don't put rule or rules, people and they break them, you don't get anything for take fine them or for hold them accountable. So that make the parties then they do it in the one for two. And we'll see mostly now the two main parties, them, the SLPP and the APC. Yeah, so for me, the all political party within a commission where they set the need for able forget penalty for the one the way they broke the rule. If not, then just they make noise in a radio because now that miss him. You know, go put something as law, then people and they break them, then you not get anything for hold them with. There are a lot of videos, a lot of evidence now social media where these two political parties then they break the rules. Not in the way they do them. Then what they do, the smaller party them now they put under siege. And that's absolutely not good. The other talk what I want for thing I want for talk on Tripoli now the challenges where first timers then they go through. You know, it really disheartening for first timers that we get zeal we want for participate in this process. You know, my small brother, they don't try almost just like how they say where you go. I just want to cite one example. See you one small challenge we get for go get driver's license. Imagine somebody we desperate for a first time they want participate for this kind of thing. They don't begin get stumble block. They don't tell us no, you know the register. We get for provide this, you get for do this. Even to the extent people and the one that we don't see to us, they go bring the worst waiting and call registration card. We specify the date of birthday. They say no because it's not in our law. So for me, I think say the ECSL, they want to make the process more tedious so that many people not go able for register. And like what me say, the first time we begin talk on this registration business, I say it's either ECSL they underestimate the turnout or they not get the sufficient or equipment or staff them for ensure say they run this process. Because if you listen where the commissioner they say one center can register 60% per day. Imagine with the kind population we'll get. So it says 60% per day. When you calculate that center, they just one center per day, or almost total person they register for the 15 days. Then you are not think so they're able for cover. So now make for me is either they underestimate the turnout. At the end of the day, the turnout don't be overwhelming that then the fair way for cushion and down so that they go able for the on top of situation. But people are desperate, the turnout so much that imagine we're not going to the other face it to and just this first 15 days. Now this pressure day. What about the last 15 days? In they say there is tendency the pressure, not the who told you don't have any evidence. Many people know able for register this first 15 days where they go so. So what thing they do, then go try for go register the second 15 days. So there is no evidence where they prove say the population no go come out the second 15 days. So for me, like what me say the last day again, is either the ECSL try for get more staff, open more centers then for people for access and able for register, or they extend the days. They extend them for like another 1 month so that everybody will get the chance. But apart from that, then they frustrate the effort of first timers and it's not good for them. This is the first civic responsibility they want for take, and then they face them frustration and it's really sad. Another point where we want for talk on and the letter we copyright. For me, it is but the right thing that they do. The complaint don't boku. And the election when they get for conduct 2023, not for only SLPP and APC, now for all political party we register in Sierra Leone. So if then get the young group where they call COP, it's all right for make them able for write the commission and let them get meeting with them, let them express their concern. And for any responsible commissioner, I think na role for listening to them, and if you're able for assure them waiting that then concern, then you able for address that. But if you neglect them, that they show a clear control, say the ruling government, they can regulate this commissioner. Because all what they see is as if the ruling government now they regulate, now they show and waiting for do waiting and call. Because go see them, you don't calculate almost possible for register. Where you not even get a clear cut of all the total population, because the 2022 or 2021 census wey dem do, we still get doubt panel, still people and they ask questions. So this now one way if more people come out for register and the number not match with the census, trust me, it means the census get fault. So for me, it's now just for mechanism control, and it's got for put in place to ensure say these two things match. But if they allow people for register freely with no all these kinds of things they do, trust me, we be able to see them before the 1 month. Before these 30 days, we they see the results. Say, look, the election, sorry, the census where they do, not able for identify the actual amount of people within the country. So for me, it's still let them continue for pursue the letter where they don't write. If you not give them years, let them write. So if possible, let them petition this process. Then get rights for that. So then test the court. Like what we can say. Even if they see say they don't say the court again don't be compromised, they still get right for test them, because every day you get challenges where they come up, and you see the commissioner is very, very comfortable. Like what me say the last time, now only full man and they say in not get sense, because to himself it gets sense. So if you they mark your result, you not gonna ever mark yourself fail. So if he say comfortable, it means now what you see, but what the challenges where people they go through now important, not on your own grade, not on the grade yourself. Now other people they for grade you. So for me, I think ECSL then get a lot for do. And of course, they need for improve on the equipment, they need for improve on more personnel, the power bank. So inside they will not get power bank or whatever, they need for get generator. Then they listen is the AYV or so, where they say one per the village, they wouldn't go for go really standard citizen nine pull your generator, nine give them for and they charge the computer. So sad. You see? Then we say when they interview, I say everything they go smooth. You get a whole center generator no day for charge computer. It's really, really sad. So for me, at least, we want for say this process give everybody the equal opportunity for register as long as you don't 18 or you go 18 before the election. I think that's me get for say triple A. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Now we'll come with Tony. Now we are waiting to get for you. Welcome on board, Tony. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me, and Kusha and Kabo from Britain. Me on angle way me look this whole thing we in terms of registration, where you go for national ID card, driver's license. I think it's high time for the salon. We invest usually in information system, management information system, because basically the problem why the reason why we get challenges them that areas and especially where you go for Google license, you go for Google national ID card, you make registration for election national this one really go on. So now because you get a poor system, also you get a proper management information system as alone, you understand? The click of your finger, I don't say we're not get challenges. Where even when yearly or probably monthly of the regions them, any region or any village or any side them born picking. I believe say bats and then to get office now then regional area then forget the system wearing, then for upload that thing. Then if you go back and if you see where paper they pack, there's nothing wrong for archive them, add copies and the. But you get for do a parallel, you get forget the system in place wherein as somebody give say okay, my name na so. I mean, the parent na so when you certain feeds are able for if we're able for populate and able for bring you information they come up. You understand? You see in one line they go how technology they advance. And I one area that they will even work in the complex. Hey, it's always they develop Nasalom or certain things them. with internet na salon na big challenge. The reason why they deviate a little bit from dancing and because a lot have been said by Alpha and Usfriend, you understand? But the thing we go make is so easy in doing registration as salon. We not get too much this bottleneck situation. Oh, not to you age this, not to you this. Now where we get for invest usually. You see, the fifth generation age now. People people that know they use like this, the first time waiting because you get forget mainframe. Waiting for me, I've noticed they have to waiting of society right now. We're still there in that first age, that first generation age where we still get mainframe computers and we now they we rely on information where they know the interface. You understand? Eh? We don't forget a system where you get a big server. If you, I mean, which big server, I mean, that if they are for that third generation, they, you understand? Eh? You get a server where you know say this, then the interface. If you put somebody name, so you put him in name now, Tony to radio, so that mean I'm the only one get that name, then at the one world. You understand? If I come up, you understand what I mean? Eh? So basically, what we try for say is subsequent, or I mean, let we see how we're able to invest in some of the areas for if you make WhatsApp call as alone. Yesterday they tried. I think all the companies, so because they cannot. That's not an excuse actually because they can. You understand? Just because we get poor services in a salon, we get poor in terms of ICT in a salon, very, very poor. Look how many times you get challenges where you go for salon for make you even air your program, for even get your program aired. You understand? And for even get access to internet. So basically, if we don't, we know able for fix up some of them things that we can for try for move and try for get a cutting edge situation as salon where we get for move with times. We're not going to expect we see we country they go beyond or we country just stagnate. We get less progress here because the basic things they want for investment. Somebody want for know about salon. We packaging very poor. You mentioned it like here, then there's there. The only way somebody will get even access to good information when internet na salon they work well. Some of the challenges where the NGO they get for register people and everything is because the internet very poor. So for information not they come up. So that everybody gets in different areas get their own way where they handle things. They make you find out say you say something. So side you will spend 5 minutes, some side you will spend 20 minutes, some side you will spend because they not get consistency. That consistency, they say then get this one approach. If you want to get information for final say, Tony, now so yeah, born this. But once you populate you put those feeds, if you come up, if you get out until we invest hugely in we management information system nasalu. A lot of this challenge you go for driver's license. Some of you don't begin drive. I mean for over 20 years. You go there then go begin to look you data. I don't need for go begin make line. If I don't do biometric information, I just they go online and then do everything, put the information I need, pay me money, you need what's they call canamios. That way you build, that's the way I can say you build institution. Send up once the non-printer, send an South Post post stamp. So you give South Post job. I need passports. I don't need for go begin make line again when I renew. Just go online, do everything I need for do. I mean, post stamp gives I pay for the postage and everything. Just like how you do now. Send them South Post send them also outside where you put. We get for get certain standards. We get for build. We get for try for invest hugely if we really want to make certain things because if we don't get that system then they in place. You understand? Investing in management information system and that. Because when you talk about management information system, it talks about processes, it talks about a whole lot of things. Somebody go Google and watch it at the time for say. It's all things how you they manage, how you they apply technology, how you they manage this, how you they manage people's data, people information, everything, and get to one particular link where or syntax where you says it will able for interface. If road transport wants information, easy. They just need for put your driving license, tap interface. If national registration, you they get ID card, wants information, easy. So you get a seamless flow day. The population not too great for say we get over 10 or 15 or 20 million population where we're not going to forget a server or you're not able for save a cloud. We're going to forget all that salon information a day. These are the essence for every year we get for come back for do registration. For be that process day. If we be up, you get to update the system. If me don't register 2018 for votes, na salon, you already there na the server. I don't need a purpose if say I don't die, they want for clean the system for reduce some people that were not active so they get more space. Yes, you can edit and check. But once you get people that now when I'm 18, when I'm now then the 18, it's easy. You just add them into the system. You just add them. If you want to verify, it is synchronize itself for synchronizer with births and death. So you get a whole proper system in place. But most times when you talk, people feel say it's politics. You know, they watch them from politics side, and they watch them from system. How we able to put system in place for it? Then things are them problem because somebody say, "Oh, I don't 50, I don't 18 years." I say, "No, I don't believe say you don't 18 years." Waiting are you proof? Waiting are you this? When even when you count paper, so now they go count affidavits. You say, "No, you don't believe the affidavits." So we can for make sure say for avoid all these problems. This because these are historic problems. This problem not start today. This problem not there from 1996 when we did register for Pakaba in election term. You understand? Therefore, see how we able for synchronize, how we able for invest usually. Internet as alone are one major thing where any government will come or this government then get for see how they able for work on. If we improve the internet that's alone, Boku businesses will develop. Even they wonder what they sing music. Somebody want for with so many people. Yeah, you go Ghana, you go this, you go Kenya on that side, and you see the way people they benefit from internet, benefit from their facilities. When it's like a whole challenge, you want to make simple WhatsApp call, you go connect past almost there. That's so that we're not ready yet. So you talk about tourism. How will we develop tourism when we internet for? If you get guests that we can at the country, they want for communicate with the family abroad. Internet data. We not even get a proper management system in place for managing information. That we own information in our salon. Then we get this same challenge every time we election they come, every time one for the no, don't forget this. If I just say, we country too big for me, we not able to get with institution and for save the cloud. Not so big, very big, big corporations and every country, then they invest in everything and they, or say a whole country will never invest for let SLI or let a whole transport the guy or they give a national ID card, or they will not able to get the system where the system had the interface. I mean, it's sad. That's my own take. Until we invest in with system, we invest in infrastructures. Now that country will go always get these same historic problems. Then. I'm your take, Abraham. But we need to invest in a management information system in that country. That's the main challenge. Let's say I look like right now. I'm not one for debate. Amazon get this way they launch. You call it Amazon Go. Now you don't need the launch in Seattle. I think 3 years back. You don't need for even go this. You don't need for talk to cashier. You get face recognition, you get everything, you get the app on your phone, you just go to the store. Within 5 seconds, you don't pick what you pick, you walk out. Easy. Nobody not go talk to you, nobody not go this. This is how the world think. Because we'll not ever go back to that days before COVID. Now everything the world now is technology driven. Now then remember say the 3.5 million people that we get when a cashier in America, 20 or 30% of them get for lost job when that technology they hit everywhere. Because now Amazon they portray right now they call them offline. So now but people then you don't need to go online again. You buy what you get for about I'm Boston now. They get big merchants there where they outlets. You just walk in, you go pick your stuff, you come on do. So post that all that thing and they get for that's how the world they evolved. People in the think, people in the this. We're there in the same archaic business. We don't even get the database.
All right, thank you very much.
Best in infrastructure, brother.
Yeah, like our two friend. Welcome on board this friend. You get the platform, sir. What's in a you take on this one?
Thank you very much. They say this election and issue don't they develop in a way we are in not to development for law we go get better, but not development of issues them they come up because here they look say in a voter registration between the electorate and the one they go try forget the people in registration, we are the electoral body. So here now the issue more facing are challenges that people don't want to confront. Rather than get for accept saying that this, now the challenges we will deal with. Everybody they strive for show say perfection, especially in the area of the one they own the so-called electoral body. So because here now we they see say election, of course, if we don't know in use. But even the process, we see say when you look what in election supposed for be, it change now totally. And you look at first, what they talk about the structures and way they and the institutions. But the institution there at the same time, you see say back, they know they work because of the purpose way the electoral body wanna them supposed for don't get waiting usually then can call say na electoral register and open register. But then they say but they're not trying for show the purpose of them to because the electoral register and that one way them for don't do in full always then get for the update yearly or regular towards any time within the target. So that one they don't fail them. Then you see they bring in other institutions them we're responsible for other job for them go bring them inside for now then they give overlap of duties. But it all comes down to one, the way the democracy day, and then towards that election day, and the institutions they are more waiting than they do. Then it ask now the political participation that the government itself waiting than they do. Other than they for organize their structures there, other than they for overlook, let's get them here in place, the institution there, or other than the work day. So they look now about that point, they say, okay, if you know about then your own behavior, where we don't they cause problem, challenges, then are the so-called ECSL, gonna then are the electoral body, but their own behavior and the voter then behavior and the voting process where they go on that behavior working day between the now aim still they're not able for catch up but all this time we don't come out from colonial rule. You know, we decolonize, we don't come out now, we don't the time for get election because now just after that, then they begin to get election. During that time, then the election of in this get for day, now referendum, where people are not go choose or inside a particular group. But then point what is that for saying then particular challenges they believe say they don't know the voters their own behavior. They know the weakness of certain institutions which will make the people eligible for let them get waiting than they ask for. But because of them all those challenges, then you go doubt say they know these challenges, so they are finding fault so that they go either do something where they favor them because they want for done quick, not put another way, or they not be one for spend much so that they're not go able for meet up these challenges. They feel say the ask what they go bring go do. In other words, like a miracle of 1, 2 bread law multiply into 20 will not go possible. So but you go say now their young behavior and no say people in ask for get ID card, people in difficult for get birth certificate. Not to all manners alone get birth certificate one time. They are in the system, they are born in the system, and not of people and we can like EU observers who will just become full some areas. These are people away they now they along them who know these challenges. So they therefore say now more of electoral behavior and political participation now they cause this problem. Then they're not institutions in the political realm. They never cause them to become big flourish. For say, will become something more than who will catch up with this system who one for can put biometric system. They don't bring her inside a system where they're not advanced for them. The normal one where they go even register for you, papers there for you is not advanced. So then they try to bring these challenges in a smaller way and inefficient because of the people and way they're involved in her. Some they're not experts, some they're not being understand for use the computer in that speedy way. Then we don't get one time a system of biometric. Okay, if we don't do one 2017, but that particular one day now one would then be don't put only in the form of electoral register would have not been converted to biometric for let it go work easily. So you see the transfer of it, the challenges and where they now have the try for talking here. Now then particular institutions there one are the politicians then you side where they come, one are the government who on the or the one are the overall, and then the one then where they look into them things there. Because there are different purposes and for them they do them things there for know why people in the register apart from even election. But those reasons and they know them well to do, but how them go able to come. But when you look at them before on they change them things there, then we don't get any challenges there at a time where it be say, then we don't know say we get a number will go increase. So then Peter then go do for let we go or they speedy enough people that don't try for put this automatic system inside them computer we for match now from that table we don't begin to we develop and so at this time now where they can now more of verification. But then they do the one winner verification more easily than the registration. But depending on the way where either the center work or the individual way come or the one way they meet na the computer or the site of registration are inefficient for work. Now, in me don't observe say na in they work more. But when you say the register, now start from A. And na the one dem wey for register, na dem where we na the one dem wey na the first time voters we dey talk about. Because then na actually na registration because they can't put the information full. The others then they say for go verify, but then they call on registration. Then they say, okay, we can put if your number, then it generate or you show this generate, then finally you put your fingerprint, then it show the all the information it come. So if you want now for verify or amend it now, then we'll amend so until you don't move a location or other things. So that was the point, the challenges they wouldn't get. So they're not they try again for sure we waiting them being get from previous. That's the available. But we know again say there is a duty of protecting your data. For let you would register, they not go show all my information. That one we know. But they know they come out for tell certain boundaries and for say, well, if we do not been they ask for the old register, because that's again people in the comment, we want to not show you the old register, let's see how much they. But people and they say, okay, people and go down add more, or some people and go down die, or some people and go down travel. So let we they do them. So here comes back to you as the institution who responsible for the electoral body for letting they do that yearly, frequent registration because of all the challenges there. You come again to the institution where they don't promise it, oh, will they get biometric? It's not easy now. Why even the one the way they talk about the one when are the drivers then they get them you now because then we don't procure. But now what's in they make them biometric? In not day. Chips are not there. So, but then not they know how when for do these things and timely for do these things, or whether they go procure, or before they pronounce them, una for don't check to the last point. Say this is the point where now for just bring that inside. But what are they try for talk about verification and waiting then they do about this system where they for try look into now one way now everybody they cry about institutions, but the institutions then therefore they know waiting the people and when they deal with their behavior and so and their needs. Because when you know the needs of people and what in the system lack, you know, go first person, you know for sure say that man if you go for a birth certificate or who's day, you get for travel. So people and they call about decentralization, all these kind of things and they all clusters of factors and don't come now, then they get these challenges. But then no go ever say it wrong or we still not doing well, then we always say they are pleased because one, they are trying for letting go cover their own back against the international bodies because they get for check all these things. So all man they cover at the expense of the citizens. Everything at the expense of the citizens. You they cover you back, but you they left the system exposed. Even though when we talk about the one that win at the youth, people in the comments say, well, you know, we'll find some of them, they can't put a condition, I mean, a year, age will not reach it. Then tomorrow, it don't pass, it don't come by the system, how for change them. Okay, they know all those things. But the challenge come, wherein una don't say, una will bring the system, una they try for there's something digital, una get for get system where they work out. Because when you go register with electoral body, with that so-called open registration where they don't edit. When they don't edit now, then they able to say then go sell them to businessman, then go share them to people that we get right for do them. We like now from the driver's license and go use that information, go to the driving license side. So you know go they jump under the information it did because the pothole uniform it did like a online system where you tap here, you get the right, then they give that access there when you request for them. Because even when you look fraud business, then we're able to use then particular voter open registration and then go no person information and track them. Person we want for take like then student they want for take then student loan one go do the higher course we don't put say for begin they pay NI. One thing crash. You then go just go to the so-called body then tap then get the information. But you get for they bring all lots of documents for prove yourself. They know they get credit check. You want for go to a bank, then go get the information so easily because the data they go step by step. So this is all why they get for look the usefulness of the institutions where then will bring less problem for themselves. But maybe this is how they always feel as politicians when at the political participation, what they talk about, say, we just left the system. So now the loopholes then we will go able for use so that we will able for overcome. But if you look at that side back, you go see, well, why? They no go can't do what they need for do, because if they don't succeed well, then get to want something when a security, when at the way when they go manipulate with this particular electoral system where they go on so. So people and they question that. Now, Friday they see people and they come up, oh, not dodgy thing. Would they know of isolated incidents? People and they bring false ID, people and they do this, which is common. So now, Friday they look at the voter behavior. So you know your own behavior as electoral body, you therefore look their own behavior now, so you go back to them. So, but if you don't get these statistics, you know, they check the challenges and last minute things and they come up, then we wonder and fear if not so we go able for move go before, because the size of the electorates then they increase. The one for votes, people and they know for another one day. So but if they always say I go do this, then one can't do not to even do the amount of the people that will get, it not go work. When you know say the security, you beef them up. Look like now, they say Premier League, they can't play because the police then get for Common and Manchester, other players then go now to London, so then they cancel because they want for Adam, because they know say the system, they escalate and say so and so thing they do, then beef up, one part to go suffer, the football go away. So this is why you get for the forecast, say, the numbers are increasing, things then they change, people in mindset they become, but when you frustrate the system all the time, now so you always say, that third party will they always look and then they can't decide. And the third party in a cop, the other third party back then wouldn't they will not know what they get for say in the end, because themselves they observe. So that tomorrow when I not go they argue for say, oh well, afterwards we'll do this. But there is always a system where when I agree, when I don't sign, when I all don't agree. But as go on now, when I begin the pull style, say, well, this is not for this you not go fit this, or well now because of this. No. Now something we una get for ongoing and ask why it not be so. But if now they say the system is right, it's satisfied with them, well, we don't know how many they don't reach. For know the number of people and wouldn't be done at the first election. I don't know if na friend they argue. They not go give voting be there from the other year 2000 something for meet up now. So people then go do their maths, or then they left them for let them go do what they need. But it all comes down to knowing the purpose of people and right, and people and needs, and waiting them go need for do, and the functions of them as the people and way they lead we and they ahead of we, let them they go use money outside necessary and the way we they're supposed to use them. But it all comes down to procurement. They don't do bad procurement. They don't do bad procurement in terms of the instrument them or whatever technology then they use, they buy, and then the one that we then they try for recruit for do that identity there, and the place they wouldn't rent, wouldn't go pay on site. This is not bad procurement and the cause and so. But I hope say God will help with leaders them. The one that we institution then get for do and then listen. But I know say then go according to the act, there is a duty for let them extend them depending on the situations. But again, something then go on for say, well, we'll not go do them. But there is a room according to the act. See, when the situation like this arise, the government people and individuals can request, and then based on the government or the executive body, one of the president, if he accepts, then we'll do another 2 weeks Adam. But we only hope say then we'll look for let people and get a registration, because it is important for Boku other institution them. And if they put this system into good place, then we'll able to see the outcome of how we will help business people and for come and get all those information. Charities then go come, now the information they can need. So all those kind of things from the electoral body, who then can call open register. Now then can call so, but I don't know how far then we able to do that one day for let the country go get a peaceful transition from one state to another state, or another stage to another stage. Thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yes, sir.
When Tony they talk just now, you don't see Usai Leone Minister of Information, an interview with CNN, and the Minister of Youth Affairs, an interview with CNN. You see the internet, eh? You see the internet, because the internet then they use. And this we had sticker can always use. Oh, na Africa. Na Africa na I make. Hey, Papa God. Na Africa na I make. So wait the Africa, nothing good, nothing better, nothing best. Now we had stick always. Oh, we'll go salon there. You know, say the internet's not good in Africa. Who that say because na Africa enough will be good? Who that say because na Africa enough will be the best? Eh? When they live, if na SLBCO, if na AYVO, na internet and they use so. You can see the tell them can just come, they begin play music. Now drop the internet drop. Nine. And there are some buildings in Sierra Leone even difficult for stream live day. Because the mobile connection there, they're not the work strong inside the. And these are buildings where we big institution that not go for like Bintumani. So if you know Sabi, let me tell you now. But we not care about these little things. Because if you say, well, they make a live now for Uda. For that, then at the diaspora and at the number for let it look. Uda no there and I no benefits and I don't. But they forget to say, even the live TV, then I did themselves, they go take. And I done they need. The internet will get on Facebook and WhatsApp. Even the WhatsApp say not for call on for text. For text. I they tell you, but me fam. Would I be fenu sa internet today? I don't take make beast. Even at that, Sunday go can't find, Sunday need they can't find. Instead of the mobile company then, them busy, they build up waiting in Canada the country for do, give we better service. I don't know why we not say na voter registration they talk about. But my dear, Salon problem is compounded. Allow me. Instead of when Canada the country can give we better service, not come there behind them like that say no na provide. Then they do different business they want to train in Canada the country for. We're not training Canada the country for. Nine and deeper. Now open the phone line. Yeah? Yes, caller, what would you talk to?
Yeah, Bakar from London.
Yes, Bakar, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah. We been don't see this thing beforehand. We don't see say them people had a plan for make this thing be the Caribbean. Now then they work from answer to the sum. By that, then they try for justify this census results. Now I make them they try for disenfranchise people and so you go find out say the same problem they be all around the country. This problem where they get on this voting. But like them in Kenya, you go see say something a machine problem and then kind of that problem then they. But free on your paper they don't. They say paper no the paper. Look the office they near people you go just work you go take paper then come. Paper they don't people they go team up all day. Like me so right now me picking up 18 years. It don't pass 18 from last year, they can 19 now. Still, they no agree vote. They register. Then they send me, that man team up, they tell me say inconvenient with how this system they go. People then they complain. And the other thing they pose with me, I wonder how it say we don't reach nearly 500,000 registration. We see where them people are kind of power 2018, they go neck, they pull all man, they bring new people them. They're gonna center statistics, they pull all man and bring people. Now, them people are now then they stop people for votes. Now then they stop people for register. Because if that man me don't carry him picking, he all in birth certificate, he get in worst result. He don't can tell you say this me picking at 18 years, I ain't get this worst result and birth certificate. They still they refuse them. Because me on picking, mama don't go the all. It don't go there with the then document and they still say no. They're not then don't then go tell you say if person they come for car identify you like imam or pastor, now one person for the day. Well, how much people then go register? This thing, then they do am intentionally for this franchise we picking them. You see them first time voters, then they all long as you say, okay, well, they can't go vote. These people say they vote. Don't look. I don't want to see turn out like by election like this one, where people they go team up all day. All day, the first 2 days, then I'll be rubbish. If people are not able to register, the first 2 days, the way begin go now at a slow pace. So until one center now 20 people, 24 people now then go register. Then you go see the crowd is long. So this na intentional business. They try for this franchise people. The party don't tell we say if they want pull them now by ballots. But the ballots people and they try for go do so now. Let them let them know if this part of work, this work is say from A to Z. But then they disenfranchise people. We don't see this plan. And say them people that sets this thing for go be like how they be so. And that's the be so right now. It's so pathetic for the people don't don't so get the zeal say okay these people say they go vote so they go tell and say no carry this paper we can the beginning first day we go they say come Friday. The first day when the thing begin is Saturday. He go tell and say come Friday. Friday then go back, they not gian. They not green register. He get the worst paper, he get birth certificate, they still refuse for register. What's in they want now? Me, I don't understand. Them people then get what in plan, blah. Let go them way.
I thank you very much, Weka. You dey sound foul.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Open they get me now.
Loud and clear.
Okay. La greet me family and for sending us on a day. I greet to now. You know, so they walk in talk and so they insight. I make now no one for talk. But I mean don't ask plenty time and they ask this question about Salon. I say how credible this next day. How credible with judiciary day, with legislative, how then credible. Because now one of the bodies in the country where they make the body for don't stand firm or the body for the country for don't grow wings. But if they corrupt, if they not do their job, the executive no forever get power past the legislative and the judiciary. If you see the executive don't jump watate, they control them body, then the country don't fail. Let's go back to my other point I want to talk. They mean the first people say, "Una go vote, una canong, una they oversee, una no come for car registered." Look, let's say one thing. Every electoral body, it take 1 year for sensitize the public. What do we need? What to get for use? If you want for car register, the thing the way you need. Even that village we not get computers, so we not get telephone or lights. Then get people the way they go around and then cancel them. They demand and they chief them. Then they sensitize them, tell them, say, okay, call the people, look and tell them, waiting, if you want for vote, waiting, you need. If you get a credible body, you need for sensitize the people. Not wait 9 minutes don't come. Where they say tomorrow and they start for register, you begin say no, you know for cow this, you know for do this will not need them. Automatically you don't raise alarm, you don't cross the red line. Me point why they raise all the time why they ask question at this time 3 questions why they always ask a different salon panel. How credible this corner name waiting name because sabi the name. How credible and they you know the way 10 minutes salon will like 10 minutes for come now say no I say was you know they allowed was you know they, come on kind of the western world you see 18-year-old picking you go say you don't yesterday them born them because the age now not the tell and the picking there. Now you come back to my other point where I can say why if you want for registered for vote go usa you born because election a bush you them born you. Your mama must register in a hospital, whether in a private hospital or in a public hospital or in inside OC born you, no matter what, you get for go hospital for good do medicine or check up if the pikin sick or in sick. You get for register that pikin day. Even if not the government hospital, when you go to a private hospital, then they refer you for like go register the pikin so you get birth certificate. It's very easy for like track and trace birth certificate. If na government ready for move forward, if na country ready for move forward. But when they go get there, one they were not competent. Just because of I don't give me brown envelope, I they expect good report from you. You know, they do no follow up. That this the country for stand against. If they not allow this election or this voters registration for go fine, how the election will be credible? Because if you go call somebody saying AAA win the election, problem will come. If you go call say, no, not only nine win, the problem they come. Because from the beginning, problem don't start. So let me look at the foundation, what's the issue day. You know, not take much time because me, who's this right and about belly at the fed for go spam, let me go drag. But when I come from a country, I didn't really see the reason why Saloon, we still in the 18th century. Salon take today, then they pay 1 gig. They say they get internet. Not the internet they get. Now read when they rip the people them. Who that they check all this mobile company the way they go to Salon? You understand? Where they regulate them, check them, say yes, now this speed you computer they use, now this you serve the public, now this you come for serve the public. Nobody. Then did it. But now they own pockets and they full up. So at the end of the day, now the people and they suffer and they reap. Because no get nobody where they fight for the people. Government not they fight for the people because why the people where they send for go represent them. And then pocket and they think. I see that guy in a CNN where he disgrace himself with bad internet. One whole country like Saloon. That person not tell me about Africa. It's a many African country I don't go. Some country they even the mobile say on 4 gig, then they use 5 gig. Some country they get 10 gig. AAA. Now inside Africa, yeah. Not I don't talk about Western world, Africa, yeah. I know the call country the name, but gonna all them, even them small country they like Cape Verde in an island. The internet, you know, they compare yourself with Saloon. It's a shame.
Thank you very much, Tony.
We're not going to have for talk about, no say they're not going for listening, but better we'll talk for tomorrow.
All right.
No problem, my brother.
Yeah.
I left my other brothers and sisters, they let them talk. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't with you.
Yes, caller. Who that would they talk to?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed. I call from UK.
Yes, Ahmed, you get 3 minutes.
Yes, thank you. Once again, thank you for the good work you do. You know, this problem as alone, we all get on, but a good way, we make people and they are aware. You see, I don't understand whose government this way they go, who's how they go, the country. People then protest, they say no for protest, go at the ballot box for vote. People they want go now for make a register. They say no, you get for bring this, you get for bring that. But this not ever happen as Sierra Leone. Even a local language, even at the local language, somebody will talk. Either in a Limba or Tini, Mendi, you will talk within inside day. They're not saying a Sierra Leone. As long as the only thing we media is underage voting. But now age, so 18-year-old person, it's a short African system. Now the European side will say some it's big let's say na party. For Africa, I not say that all the protocol they go and bring them there. Now for me the differentiate people no one people no vote. But that will bring problem. How we go allow which don't they allow few people there? Neck officer, neck you na the leader, you na neutral person. You don't want to know whether win election or not win election. You mandate that for register people and make them go to the polling so that the election come up fine. You should go be proud of. So now the salon today, now the corrupt system, the government don't hold all the stakeholders them. You don't hold the parliament, you don't hold the judiciary. These are the bodies away for make laws, way for make things work. Now, this is a big problem. Salon, I don't know how they go. People they come on and people, they don't know protest, they don't know protest, they get arrested and kill them. People they always say want to protect them. You want to make democracy prevail. Imagine somebody not a criminal, you protect somebody, you lead the group. Go arrest them, take them to court, make him find and guilty or whatever, you kill them. Have they kind people there 1 million continue for the country? No. We got for really stand like also reduce no more. Some of we will talk, we will continue for talk. Because for the good of the common man within the village, where they struggle, where they suffer, at least. But that kind of system not for this. But me own sister 57 now in the 18 October 29. Now in the 18, 29, they will register. They few of them, but when I go register, they say no, they take first time voters, just go and turn in that. How the system do this so? We ever face that kind of problems there. But look what they happen to our country now. People they go, they want to I not ever see this one. So people they come on that rain all. Then they tower for register. People don't have been even and carry register. Not we forget about they want match the census. The census is not credible. Everybody will talk up. The census is not to open up. So if they want to justify census, now wasted time. We're not going to justify the census based on this voting here, based on this registration. No, they just know that one day. You waste money unnecessarily. Waste money, all the things the way they people that they do, they go and put money back. They pay for buy computer. Now they go pay how much money for change money. They say when they go pay money and make new money. What the money? The money they go down, they research. Now bear with they go. Decide they want for put effort to make people and get registration. They say buy computer, look they say now they want money they but they use money, then they spoil money for make national duty. The program to work for more people for make them participate, for make come up and look how they come out. It's shameful. They mean them. Not to say no change they do. They know exactly what change they do. But we go for stand up people like what you do. We go for stand up. Not gonna allow few people them. You can't only 1%. No, we go for get rid of all these bad people. We go for get rid of them. What we say, we go for talk. Anybody we can do the same thing, we go for continue for put pressure. What we serve as pressure group for make things change. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Yes, Ezekiel, 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. Like what you say, we country things and just the compound normal. We leaders then and then they create this problem. You know, we the youth then react, then say, they're not the listen. Una the leaders then not the listen. The thing we see pastorally on leadership, they no get no respect for the people the way they work for. You as a next person, where you for no say na appoint people and not elect you. You work for don't be for sabi how for talk to the people. Every day, this man for don't be on the media, the people and we want for let all man participate by this year. We get for show patience. We know say we system is not too strong. Now they put things in together. So we need for exercise patience. If we just left and so no more, we will even allow stranger then for register. We know to that this country then day, but we need for get patience. What we do steady. Patient, if you're not able to get on today, tomorrow come. But now the problem we leaders then get at that country, they no one talk nice to them, the young people them at all. Everything they just want to make a force by you. Not to so leader you for know how to communicate to people them. When last any leader now that country they go down and talk nice to people them. Everything are by force. Everything. One do now your business. If you not present this now your problem. We then no say they not get no system in place. No system in place for produce that thing and day for people. You don't get that. So the half things that we then get for proof say then at this age, una they discourage them, push them all over and talk on top of them. When una will begin for land. When una all they lay down big certificates, but una not get no education when it come to human development. Nothing, and not to the book education adepa for say bamba you don't go get certificate for human development. That's not crap. When you begin for show them to the people, let them see and say yes, you na true person for them. Now the thing that they way for sure say you get education, not to the one way they go get in a class. Any Jack and G can study and pass exam. So that paper way they get from classroom, now just a foundational thing. It not get nothing for do to you, which is the end up for express outside. If we not know the able for bring yourself down to a lowest level for let them understand now for so that people then go follow which one are they say. Una no get no education when it comes to the area where una supposed for them. Nothing. Una no can begin to tell we about doctor because a stupid doctor and the una get for letting you calm down and talk to you. Say now you picking we in a house we don't begin carry age every day they chastise on our public. You no go respect you. Simple question we ask you they take them off. Now this one they do to we people them. Nobody know they take time for explain something. All the sudden you can't dump another head. Where they want talk, you say if you don't want to do your business. If you know you are doing the right thing, Why you not for even be happy for them UTR for vote? Why? Is it because they do crappy job? Is it the people alone that they deprive for let them not register? They can vote for you. So I don't understand this. I really don't understand this, man. Una they forget everything way they do now. Tomorrow we not in a power. Somebody they way survey for perfect and pass you. We not ever get this discouragement in terms of registration. Why all of a sudden? Why? Before you they come to power, will not get no problem with this registration process. Why? Come on. You know? Simple. Talk to the people, and if nothing what you want, kindly do for the good of the country. You for every day they explain to the people and how things they happen. You know, this problem here we will get in that country. They no one be answerable to anybody except the man we appoint you or in party. Not to sober group them there, then don't see some things there, then they inform you about that for let them talk to you. My dear, what are the problem for let even meet with people? You don't so big now, you know, for even meet with people in the country. Jesus Christ, man, this is very frustrating. It's frustrating, no. Hey, me, I don't know. No, we're not gonna call God for can't help we. Now we self forget for doing. So God don't give we the talent and everything for what we do. We are not able to communicate that with people for what we do this on we own. I don't understand. Maybe we need the new king for let can rule again at Sierra Leone. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, Uma, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, Triple A. So, this issue, Triple A, na issue will not go for go. It not go forever go na Sierra Leone. All the institutional issues that na Sierra Leone, they're not going to forget better. Let nobody know full way. APC not care about Sierra Leone. SLPP not care about Sierra Leone. They're all. Tony just talker. We don't get this voters registration issue or identification issue from Pakaba in time. It not been there on, it not been the alarm, and it's by Kromaka incident for 10 years. What did he do? This is a constitutional right for every Sierra Leonean for get ID card. Now make people that they die in a salon, something happen, they don't able to identify them. Because nothing other with you when you go show, when they go look and say, okay, now I name this, now so side, then they care and go to the side. How many times would they see now whether they send things and for we now WhatsApp? Hey, this person they can't go hospital, he can't die now, or this na accident be happen na Kamakwe, look the body then na Kamakwe, if anybody they will know them. If ID they, and we will identify them. Identity card. If in there we go able to identify them people here, then we don't need people for the suffer themselves when accident happen something happen, then go put the body them, they expose them, they show we na stupid social media. This person me can or anybody who sabi looking body na or this girl if they run away. If ID day, then people are go work out with the identification card. And it's by Chroma know the importance of ID card. Pakaba know the importance of ID card. Mother Bio know the importance of ID card. Then people are wicked to your own fellow human being. They're not care. I want for respectfully disagree with my brother Alpha. No, you don't go just take somebody. Let me tell you. I get me picking out na 13-year-old. If you see him, if you are like 22-year-old, so you're not going to just take anybody no more. You can and go say, hey, this that we all born now at Alu, I know him. Now 16, believe what I tell you. No, it never works so. Hey, not for work so. Yes, 7 away you go. Certain things and the way you go apply for the test say bring 2 pictured identification card. Or bring 2 identification. One, maybe you ID. Some people are just let forget ID card and driver's license. Some in one green ID card, now they use as driver's license like me, now they use just one. Then it's just certain things and the way they do now, they tell you bring two identification. So then they tell you bring utility bills. For no, because I don't see other things in the social media where the pictures and where they show, where they say that the mind birth certificate is not clear. And then they what done, they then not to magic. They not get to know how they for tell you, say, okay, if you ID card, because Salon don't civilize a little bit, law not make any mistake. How many people they go on social media? How many times when they turn on social media where you need to see 20, 30 young people there, either they tell you say in advance, birthday, code 556. So they know them birthday then. So what's not the reason why when them born them picking and they will take birth certificate? Births and they've done that place there for ages. Some of them they will get for blame the Combra themselves, not to government. Birth certificate, get the clear one. Take away when you picking, not to the first them. Some of we pass to people and say, remember the told me make that family under or that village under the 10 where we go past corner under. Now that said they born you, then they begin check back. That day they not 10 and they don't done. Now then they do, and when they see young people that they get back, but they all the turn on social media. Then they talk code 3. They know the birthday. They know when they're born. Because now he known to everybody. So take birth certificate. Then people yeah. My brother Ezekiel say, now the first step is we get voters registration issue. No, sir. I disagree with you, my brother. Even in the Procurement tell them get out. You go tell me say not be reached to this magnitude, but we be get out. The people are not care. We need to do away with a scheduled voters registration. Enough of this schedule. Period. And the Procurement not be know about that. If they run insurance, if they in a parliament, 10 years, the man not do anything for solve that problem. He not do anything for them with people that get identification card. Now, when they die in a accident, pass them put them at some mob or they go through it in a society. They say they put them on social media. Well, this person be die now, or this person just come up now. We don't know if people and anybody else are there. Then they expose the body. I did not there. Sierra Leone are the only country in the world where not get identification card. That's the only country. Triple and me go na you build na New England view. I got because you work in a Ministry of Lands. I go look for some paper then. That guy, now in charge of the file room. Me go inside our file room. Any normal human being will go they pass out. The paper that were there, they pass 100 years old. Then they smell spider web, then dirty. Now the man tells they say all the paper, this entire country, all you study are the paper that is also. The dirty, the smell, the rubbish, they see enough for the happen again. If for the, I don't say this time we have numbers. Some of them technology are what they talk about, so they're not even that expensive. If them people here care about Sierra Leone, if they care about them people then, APC not be no say then thing for happen now. Why they not been solved them 5 years ago? Watch 2028. If then why are not in a power? Now the same one, just like how we all APC people and they complain now, then go complain back 2028. What the APC got for to do? Then people are not care. Then two human beings, then two group of people here what we get, they're not care, they know the issue. Then they punish the people them. Then they punish them and we get people back where they fight for them, where they defend them. Why? Why would they defend the evil human being here? Why would they defend the Lucifer here? Then people are not good. They're all to the group, they're not good. And the Bacroma not good. Manabio not good, they're not care. Now wicked people, they know the issue. They know how they see important. Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, man. I'll be in Camel, last caller. Yes, caller, what would they talk to?
Yes, they talk to Tommy from Orlando.
Yeah, Tommy, it's been a while. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, and people at times I can just the list normal way people like they talk. You know, some people even some of we self the Sierra Leone and then we self can they deceive we self with the help the politician then for deceive we. You know, people know the truth so because of party or politics that they hide the truth turn and take wrong turn and to right. You know. People are changing way people like they talk APC people like they talk as if as where APC within a power, everything be correct in that country. And which of course not true. We all know, say, of course, yes, this government corrupt. The past government corrupt. And the next government will get for Kambage for corrupt. But when you compare waiting then they do and waiting the one that they do, I believe say they will have them better. Eh? When you compare the resources where APC play with, the money where APC make, SFPP no see that money they eat. Certainly. You know? When they talk about voter, I'm glad the way this last caller they talk. ID card, even come ID card. We not get another country. This guy was in power for 11 good years. Take Sierra Leone passport. Go sign with another company for Sierra Leone and then buy passport. $100. Even the $100, just 10,000 euros, the passport form. That's how long government they get. The $100, now private company they get. Only thing in the. But then people like talk as if as everything was rosy. When this government come, now everything bad. Many people are not the full people and bo. Not full we bo. APCO, SLPPO, not the same people. Where APC meeting a power, SLPP politician was in prison. They put people in a prison. Even Lima also be in a prison. When they say come back, now the same thing that they do. So I can want to know more Sierra Leone, they can talk like say, all what that happen right now, where this government they do, now new thing. It's not new. Nothing the way that happened before. So now left for full we self we brother them. It's not new. I don't see nothing where this government they do in a new way. It not ever happened before na Sierra Leone. But the people are waiting at the diaspora again, are wicked, they talk, they paint the government bad, they talk this, they talk that, as if as when APC meeting up, everything be sweet. It not be sweet. Of course, it be sweet for some of the way connected. Because when you connect, you go enjoy. When you disconnect, you go suffer. Now, so you be done day before, now so you go always day. So now I'm surprised when people they keep talk for politics as if as can a radio talk, go on social media, talk as if as that the worst government is. Now lie. Una low sit on we look voters state today say for register. Eh? How long? Every year, every time when election come, government they spend money per registration. Why? Because system no day. Me don't can all I know to me 22 years this for one naturalized 2005. Who stand on the way they don't ever call me say can go register for vote. I know they agree vote, but anytime when election come, they send me card say I can go vote. Every time because they don't put me into the system. Sierra Leone no system. This government they try for build system, then they try for make kush. Any day they make kush. Me brother, me people left this thing, bro. APC, SLPP, now the same people, me brother. People, are the same people, The people left for lie, blackmail. Are the same people, but we no focus power to the part. Wait me say triple politics, low left and for the politician them. A low focus power with business. To us.
All right. Thank you very much, Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy, now last caller. At the salon, this will get to. At one politician, cocky leg, they enjoy it. And I still, and got, I saw them want to for the. Hey, Papa God. Okay. I am a salon. Yeah, serviceman cry. To so then kissé. Yeah, serviceman cry. Anyway, we hope see Electoral Commission. Then go meet with COP. Let them read their own side. Now citizens them. They say they want to meet with them. They say they get thing them for talk. Say they don't identify problems them. I don't know if them be inviting for the last press where the Electoral Commissioner be get. But anyway, we go there back tomorrow. And so we will take 10 left here. And come back tomorrow with your body. And so Tripoli go say, Tata.